unfortunately, in our Western culture especially, since the last, I don't know how many years, since Copernicus and what were those other fellows, they have introduced the idea so completely that life is the result of the interaction of matter at some distant point in time. Some primordial ingredients were mixed up haphazardly, there was a bang, and then consciousness sparked into being, and from that point on we developed one after the other till we come to our present day situation. But Vedas say no. Life is the origin of matter. And matter is a kind of contamination. It's actually considered a contamination. It's just like sometimes we see some mold growing on the wall. Oh, we know there's some contamination. It doesn't belong there. Or we see the mosses growing on a tree. It is not really part of the tree. So similarly, the soul, the pure, eternal spirit soul has, projected or assimilated and expanded itself in the material world. Just as we are born, there's a husband and wife, they combine. There's conception. We don't see anything, but in time, something is expanding. And at a certain point, 9 months, the child comes out fully, eyes, ears, nose, everything is there. Where did this come from? The basis is the spirit soul. That's why even if people have sexual intercourse, it doesn't mean every time they'd be pregnant. Why? If we are only chemicals, combination of chemicals, so every time the chemicals are combined, we get the same result. Yes? Yes, of course. But we see that it doesn't happen like that. Not only it doesn't happen that way, sometimes a boy is born, sometimes a girl is born, sometimes they're twins, sometimes triplets, and they have been known even. So the reason is because this deciding factor, the dynamic factor, is this living force. One way you can understand it, just we have Stephen Jobs, right? He created all these wonderful iPods and iPhones, and how did he do that? He did it because there's a thing called electric force. Without the electric force, all these iPods, pads, they're useless. So the electric force is
energy.
Yes, it's energy. So as electric force everywhere activates the instrument. So similarly, this living force is the active principle. And we say, people, on account of not being trained, it's not a belief thing. You ought to believe that. No, you don't have to believe. It's scientific. It's a fact. There's a difference between a dead man and a living man. What's the difference? Where's Stephen Jobs now? Oh, well, they put him in the ground. Why? Or they burned him. I don't know what they did. But why? Because the body in and of itself has no value. It's beautiful only as long as that living force pervades it. I always say, when we were kids, Marilyn Monroe, she was the queen. Not the queen, but she was considered very attractive. But as soon as that force, no one wanted to be in the same room with her, much less the bed. So what was the beautiful element? It was that living force. Life is beautiful. Matter, devoid of this living force, becomes immediately repulsive. We don't want to be anywhere with a dead body, however beautiful, strong, or powerful it may be. So I think we reached our... I don't want to overstep. I do want to, but I won't.
I'm sitting back. Are you going to hand out those?
Yeah, I'm going to have Diane. She's going to hand you a printout. And it is a very nice and clear summation. What is Vedic knowledge? It's very nice. You look like my mom.
Huh?
You look like my mom.
You look like my dad.
Maybe in another life.